Thank you so much, Jane. Thank you to Scott. Thank you to everybody here at Holyoke Media. We really love being in Holyoke and producing in this space, and the wonderful benefit of having the concerts being broadcast after the concert takes place is a really wonderful feature of the relationship we have here. So I just have a few announcements and thank yous. We also are a recipient of a Community Foundation of Western Mass grant, and so we want to thank them tonight for their support. We also want to thank our business sponsors. We've just started season 13, and we have a really wonderful roster of local businesses. You can find all of their names on our website, and I'll just name River Valley Co-op this evening as one of our lead sponsors, and they're really wonderful. I'm going to tell you also that if you're a member of River Valley Market Co-op, there's now a voting process in place where Pioneer Valley Jazz Shares could become the October recipient for the Change for Change program. So when you're checking out at your register and they ask if you'd like to round up to make a donation, if we get enough votes, we can be the October recipient. So if you are a River Valley Co-op member, there's voting on their website, and there's also voting in person, and that will close on the 29th, which is on Sunday at 8 p.m. So stop by or visit their website to give us a vote. We've also started a new initiative this season, which is the Jazz Shares Ride Shares program, and we have been including a link on both the Evite and on the homepage, the main page of our website. So you can click on that link, and it will match you up with folks who have ride seats available in their car, or if you'd like to add your name because you have space available. So it's a matchmaking service of sorts for people who need rides and people who can give rides to our concerts. I also want to let you know that we're just beginning, as I said, season 13. So if you haven't yet become a member, please consider doing so. If you know of any business sponsors that might like to be involved, there's still time to support us for season 13, and I'm happy to talk to you about that, and Glenn will be outside as well. Coming up on October 6th, we're really excited to be up in Greenfield at Hawks and Reed, and we'll be presenting Joseph Daly's Tonal Colors Trio. So we hope you can join us for that. It will be wonderful. And then our very own, our dear friend, and one of our board members, Jason Robinson, will be performing Ancestral Numbers, his latest compositions and music, at the Drake on October the 16th, and we have information about that at the front table, and we're looking forward to that one as well. We like to be in Amherst. We don't do that so often, so that will also be fun. We keep our social media up to date, so you can find all this information on Instagram and Facebook. And there's going to be one set of music this evening. There are CDs for sale out in the lobby. And after this performance tonight, we'll head upstairs for a light reception and just spend some time together. So enjoy the music and join me in welcoming Josh Sinton and Jeb Bishop tonight.
Hello, thank you for being here. I'm Jeb Bishop. The plan is that Josh and I are each going to do a short solo before the duo portion of the evening. So that's why I'm the only one up here right now. And if you bear with me for 1 second. Thanks to Priscilla for that wonderful introduction, and to Priscilla and Glenn for having us. It's great to be back here at Jazz Shares. This is at least my second, maybe my third time here. Yeah, and to John and Wendy for putting us up, and to all of you for showing up. don't take it for granted, believe me.
Take it easy on me, could you? Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. I'm going to make sure you don't step on it.
Hi. I'm sure many of you know my parents, John and Wendy Sinton, and longtime supporters of this fantastic series that Glenn and Priscilla they won't admit it, but it was a brilliant idea to start it up, because it's just the simplest thing. We're all willing to pay for farm shares, why not for excellent music? So if you feel like asking them how much I drove them insane with my practicing, my parents will be happy to tell you. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I have the correct water. I think I do. It was a lot. As they call it, an inveterate practicer.
Just gotta move this.
So, pardon me. And it's gone through a couple of phases. The opening phase really was, and other musicians are familiar with this, was like pressuring myself to become good enough. And I am not a natural-born musician. I'm not a child prodigy. I'm not even an enfant terrible. I wish. It seems really exciting. It just took me a long time. And so I played different woodwinds for a while, and funny enough, it wasn't until like 19 or 20 that I finally felt like I really connected with an instrument, which is, and the only way to really describe is you would have had to be there to hear the before and after. Sorry. But it was with flute. So I'm going to play a little flute to establish things. I wish I had grown up here. I won't talk about it too much. My parents get annoyed with me. It's the wrong fit for South Jersey. Beautiful place. Don't talk to the humans, but it's a beautiful looking place. Anyway, so given that, I thought I would reach back into childhood memory banks. And I'm what they, I guess, officially in Gen X, which means my life was filled with a lot of electric guitar. More guitar than anyone could ever imagine. Certainly more than exists today. And so, but I hated playing guitar. It just didn't make sense to me. But I listened to a lot of guitarists, and one of them turned out to be someone I still, decades later, come back to again and again and again. So I could definitely say he's been a massive influence on my hearing. It's the great guitarist and composer Adrian Belew. Thank you. So now comes the actual concert. We're going to open with a new piece of mine called Share and Share Alike. If I pronounce my titles weirdly, blame my dad. He took me to poetry readings as a kid. Ruined me. Oh. Very last one in my family to put on glasses. The last one. It's the one thing I had over everyone.
Thank you. Okay. So I'm not in love with technology necessarily, or the way humans conceive of progress, but texting is really helpful. And about 2 weeks ago, I was listening to this fairly obscure record by this amazing trombonist Roswell Rudd. And it's 2 volumes of music by this fantastic, even more obscure pianist Herbie Nichols. And I texted Jeb saying, hey, have you checked out The Unknown Herbie Nichols Volume 1 by Roswell Rudd? It's got some of the most incredible solo trombone performances ever. To which Jeb said,
I went and dug my copy out and took a picture of it and texted it back to him. And I listened to those tracks, which I hadn't listened to in a really long time, and I was like, you're right, this is amazing.
So we were kind of inspired by this, and we're going to do one of these unknown Herbie Nichols tunes called Karna Kangi.
Right, and this is one that Herbie Nichols never recorded this tune, right?
Right, all the unknowns, it's an entire book of all these tunes. He never recorded them, and he did not. I'll do 4 up front.
Thank you. We also have some brand spanking new material we're essaying on our little tour here, and this is one of those, which I wrote. It doesn't have a name, though, so if you think of something, let me know after the set. I'm open to suggestions.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah, here we go.
So, and then from here, go back to
Yeah.
morph into this.
Mhm. Yep. There.
Got it. Queen bees?
Yeah. There you go, Queen Bees.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll put that on the list.
Queen meet drone. So this is going to be a little bit of a suite that we're going to play.
Yeah.
Actually, the first one we do is this one, isn't it?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, we got to have them both out.
That's all right.
Okay.
I'll move this when the time comes.
All right. All right, then.
This is a suite that we just concocted yesterday.
This is a challenge.
After thinking about it for years.
The challenge is what this is.
All right. So it's a meeting of several pieces, Metacarpus, New Sketch 2, and Nunts.
Just to give you a glimpse into the creative process, we were rehearsing yesterday, and I brought this new piece in, and it's this long piece that has a bunch of material that's repeated in different ways. And we played through it, and then Josh was like, well, by itself it's too much, but what we should do is combine it with some parts of it with some other things. So then we figured out a way to do that. So that's what this is.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the length
Even
is
more baritone and trombone. It's the
Yeah.
best. Yeah, all right. Thank you. Oh, actually, how about we do this one next?
Okay. That one, this one.
Yes, this one.
Okay. This is an older, quite a bit older piece of mine that I've done in various ensembles. It's called Ice. Do you want to do like a very short solo intro?
Okay.
And then let me know.
Glenn, we have time for one more or two more? Two more. Two more. Yep.
Okay. Oh boy.
What?
No? All right.
He said, oh boy, to this. I don't know why. More to read. I don't know. Do you know this story about how he came to write this?
I'm sure you would know better than I would.
No, I don't know. We were both in, this was a piece written by the great saxophonist Steve Lacy, and we both were in totally different Steve Lacy repertory bands. So there is always the off chance that you
That's
knew
true.
as well.
No, we didn't do this.
Right. So this is a famous tune of his, and he had told me, I was really lucky, very, very lucky. I got to study with him at the very end of his life, and made a huge impression on me. And he told me about, he had showed me the song, and I was just like, because again, it's this. And I was like, what, Steve, where'd this come from? He's like, well, man, I really wanted to write a blues. I'm like, okay. And I wrote a blues, and it was terrible. I'm like, wow, Steve, so what'd you do? Well, I wrote another blues the next day. Oh, okay, how was that? It was not good. Not good, man. Not good. How many blues did you write, Steve? I don't know, man. I wrote a lot of them that week. Oh, a week of writing blues. Yeah, man, so I was just so discouraged. At the end of it, I wrote this, and that's what came out. So appropriately, this is a piece called The Dumps. So just for up front. Thank you. How about,
You wanna
would
do
this be easier?
El Norte, or you wanna do that?
Which one do you feel up for? Your chops.
No, let's do this.
Okay,
All right.
we're gonna end with
This is,
a piece of Jeb's.
this is another older one of mine that I think goes great with this instrumentation. So this is called El Norte, which is not named after a movie. Although there is a movie called El Norte.
Oh, really? Is
Yeah.
it good?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
But isn't it by that Jodorowsky guy? Didn't he? Anybody know? Yeah,
Oh,
infamous
he's not, he's
psychedelic
nuts.
filmmaker. Yeah, I think he made a film called El Norte. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is El Norte. It's named after a taqueria that I used to go to. 1, 2, 3.